What's up everybody, this is Yair and today we are going to draw future Trunks. Okay, so today we are going to draw future Trunks from Dragon Ball Z in his Super Saiyan form. Before we start, if you guys check the description box, you can see all the materials I'm using for this tutorial with Amazon product links. We are going to start by sketching the drawing, then inking it, and finally coloring it. So without further ado, please make sure to draw a perfect square. Each side is 4 centimeters, but you can draw it in any size you want to. Just make sure to use a suitable paper size. Now this is gonna be a frontal pose. We're going to start by drawing the wrinkles between the eyes. Then we'll move on to draw the eyebrow. I'm doing that by using 4 lines. And then adding some lines on the side. Next we want to draw the eye, and we'll do that by using 3 lines. It's gonna be 2 diagonals and the curve underneath. And we are going to place the iris at the center but slightly to the left side. We'll draw 1 line above the eye and then the cheek marks by using 2 lines and some curves. And we are going to do the same process for the left side, and if you want, you can use those guidelines to help you keep the same symmetry. Next we are going to draw the nose. We'll do that by using 8 lines. And then we'll draw the mouth really close to the nose. We'll do that by using 3 lines. And as you can see, the mouth is not entirely straight. The right side is slightly up than the left. We'll add some wrinkles and indicate the chin. And then we'll draw the shape of his face. Following up with his hairline. And to create the ear, we'll use 4 lines, starting with the shape and only then adding the details inside. And just like before, if you want to maintain the same symmetry, you can pull 2 lines and draw the left ear. Awesome, next we are going to draw the hair. So we'll start by drawing 1 curve on each side. And then we'll draw a rough shape of the hair. Once we got the overall shape, we are going to cross it in the middle. And then we can add his locks of hair, the Super Saiyan spikes. Now the left side doesn't have to be identical to the right side, we just want it to look as symmetrical. Next we'll get rid of all the guidelines and add two more spikes from the front. And we'll add some lines in the direction of the hair just to add more details. Also, next we are going to draw the neck. We'll do that by using two lines. And then we are going to draw a rough shape of the torso. Cross it in the middle just like before. We'll mark his arms. And then continue to draw the neck muscles and his Adam's apple. Now we are going to refine his jacket, just get the overall shape with the creases. And we'll also draw his top underneath. So as you can see, we got the overall look, and now it's time to add some details. So we are going to add the color of his jacket. We'll draw his chest muscles. And then we're going to add some details to the jacket by drawing the pockets. Don't forget to add his Capsule Corp symbol. And we'll continue to refine the jacket. Awesome, so we are done with the first stage, the sketching part, and now it's time to move on to the inking process. For that, what you want to do is use an inking pen. I usually recommend on 0.1, 2 or 3, that's the size of the inking pen of the tip. We're going to hold the pen closer to the tip with a very firm grip, and then simply go all over the lines by pushing lines or by pulling lines. And as you can see, I'm rotating the page, that way it's much more comfortable to ink because I go with my natural hand movement. Awesome, once it's done, we can move on to the last stage, which is the coloring process. For that, we are going to use Copic markers. Those are alcohol-based markers, which means they can blend very well. And if you don't have Copic markers, you can use color pencils. And if you don't have color pencils, you can use an HB2 pencil and a black color pencil and just do some shading, just like I explained in my black and white drawing tutorials. That being said, today we are going to use Copic markers, and usually I like to use 3 tones for each object. We got the darkest tone, the mid-tone, and the brightest tone. Personally, I like to start with the darkest tone. As you can see, I'm holding the marker closer to the tip, that way I will have more control, and I'm coloring in the direction of the shape, in the direction of the creases. By adding more layers, I will get a darker tone. And for this drawing, I want the main light source to come from both sides, from left and from right, which means that the center will appear darker. Awesome, next it's time to use the mid-tone. That's gonna be a slightly brighter tone of purple. The Copic code is VO6 and the Copic code for the darkest tone was VO9. Again, I'm coloring in the direction of the shape and I'm leaving some blank areas for the brightest tone. Awesome, so now we are going to use the brightest tone, that's VO4. It's a slightly brighter tone of purple, and just like before, we are going to color in the direction of the shape, filling up the remaining blank areas. Next, we are going to use a bright gray and color the capsule logo, the Capsule Corp symbol. We'll proceed to color the shirt underneath. We'll start with the black tone, again coloring in the direction of the creases. Then we are going to use a very dark gray tone. And finally, a brighter tone of gray, and we'll blend all the colors just like that. Next, we are going to color his Super Saiyan eyes. We'll use a blue-green tone for that. That's BG49. And then we're going to use a brighter tone of green and blue. That's BG34. That way we'll get a nice highlight on the edge of the iris. Next, we are going to color the skin tones. Again, using 3 tones, just like before, starting with the darkest tone, coloring in the direction of the shape, adding more layers to get a more solid look. And the copy code is E97. Next, we'll use the mid-tone. It's gonna be E95. Now, for some reason, I moved on to the hair before finishing the skin tone, but usually I would finish by coloring the brightest tone on the skin. But for some reason I forgot and moved on to the hair. You can do the same, it's not a big deal. So for the hair, we are going to start with a brown tone. We basically want to get a golden tone, so the darkest tone will be brown. And I'm using it with a minimum use, not too much. After that, we'll use a golden yellow, that's Y17, and I'm gonna leave blank areas on the border of the spike. Awesome, so to finish up we'll use Y21, that's a brighter tone of yellow, a buttercup yellow if you will, and just filling up the blank areas. Awesome, so now we'll go back to the skin tone, coloring with the brightest tone. It's gonna be E51. And we are done, everybody. Hi everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to sign up to my ultimate drawing course, make sure to go ahead and sign to the waiting list first so you can get a very special discount. The link is in the description box. That's it for today, keep being awesome and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.